This is ndtv. And you're watching ndtv Good Times.
Is your romance everything you ever hoped it would be? Or has it been pushed down the priority list ever since you've had children? Let's face it, parenthood is a full-time job and it's significant where we are talking about how romance in a relationship could decline after couples get busy being parents. Let's meet my first guest.
Impromptu dates are very nice, as you would do with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. I think you should go out on dates with your spouse. Hi, I'm Ananya Banerjee. I'm an artist, painter by profession. I have been painting all my life. I think relationship I can compare with a plant, an indoor plant. You know, you need to water a plant, manure a plant and put it under sunlight in order to, so that it can thrive, it can bloom, it can blossom. Same way, romance is needed in our life, and be it post-kid or pre-kid, it's almost like sunshine in our life.
Hello Ananya.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How old is your child, children?
I have a 19-year-old daughter.
You have a 19-year-old daughter?
Yeah.
Wow. Did it change? Did your relationship with your husband change after the first child?
Change means, yeah, I should say, you know, the romantic drives and the after-dinner walks and, you know, these things suddenly changed into nappy time and potty time and feed time and sleep time. So it did change a bit. But again, I should say, if you're born as a romantic, you are a romantic till you die. You know, you do find time for romance.
So what is the recipe to keep that romance alive?
See, it's the quality over quantity. I think maybe at that point one didn't have much time in hand because the child took away most of the time.
Right.
I mean, if you can have a little quality time with each other, I think that helps.
My point is that not only the quantity goes, the quality also goes. Because when you do have that little bit of time with each other and you want to make it the quality time, but you can't.
Yeah, I guess one needs to romance with the child. So, I mean, share your time with the child. And maybe you can share, maybe the men folks should hear me out now.
Yeah. So am I. Yes, please go on.
Yeah, wake up with your, I mean, stay awake with your wife and do the bits and...
Absolutely.
Yeah. If one is bathing the child, you can feed the child. You share your responsibilities, why not?
You and your husband, are you still romantic?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, it's just going on a drive together or going with the seaside or going on a date.
Yeah, you do that?
Yeah. I think the impromptu dates are very nice, as you would do with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. I think you should go out on dates with your spouse. Yeah.
That's true. Well, we spoke to some people and we asked them why they think couples become less romantic after having kids. These are the answers we got.
Like supposing you have a small kid, supposing you are like, you know, a new mother, and then like, you know, you put the baby to sleep and then you see like what the husband, sometimes he needs something, you know, like kind of, supposing it's a very small thing, it counts a lot, you know, really it does count a lot for the husband.
Try as hard as you want, you know, but you do end up having a much lesser time with your spouse, you know. And even if you want to have a conversation, children come into the picture, they don't let you talk. So even if you want to go out together, you have to think about where do you keep the children? You have support or servants or parents who are nearby or relatives. So to that extent, you really have a lot of juggling to do.
I think you should make it a point to just, you know, remove time for each other I mean, a kid is important, but then a relationship is important as well.
The little things they're saying.
A lot of my friends kept warning me, and they sounded like prophets of doom.
What?
Literally, when they used to look at my life after my kids, and they would say that, your husband is, not going to be too happy about the way you have become. And yes, there were a lot of people who were very worried about my relationship.
Very frankly, I'm surprised myself. I'm surprised myself that you, the two of you, survived that. Really, frankly, because
We must love each other, na?
you really must love each other.
There were times when, we really thought that things would completely crack up. But the point is that, we are old now.
I think it's about small things. And I'll just give you a small example. There's a sort of running joke that my wife and I have, is that, at least me, I keep track for fun really of the number of months and days we've been married, or since we first met. So on the 23rd of every month I'll say to her, happy 167th month anniversary.
Ooh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's sweet. So it's a joke, and I tell after we send them email.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart man.
But so it is like a joke, but it also serves to remind me, it serves to remind her of what it's meant to us.
That's true.
Yeah, and
What are the small things that you would do for your husband?
Sometimes flowers.
Who gives who?
Oh, I get.
You get. Okay.
I rather bake something, or prepare his favorite food.
Well, let's hear what advice a counselor Sonia Mehta has to give for couples who face a decline in their romantic relationship, especially after they have children.
I think there are some couples who very successfully done this by just establishing some rules. Every Saturday night, unless the child is really sick, we go out and we have a meal together where we get to be adults and get to share an adult conversation. I think communication is just so critical. You have to be able to talk about what's going on, what you're worrying about. You need to think these things through before you have a baby. A lot of people look at having a baby as sort of a cure for everything that's wrong with their relationship. In fact, having a child strains a relationship. So if you can talk through and know what to expect before the baby arrives on the scene, I think that's good preparation.
Having a child strains the relationship. And I think she's right by and large.
That's true.
It is
I
an
would agree
intrusion.
with her.
Do you think there's an ideal age that a couple should have children? I mean, how many years after marriage?
Can't be a hard and fast rule, but I guess
You had your first child very soon after.
Very soon, but I think I should have waited a little longer.
Okay. What do you think, Renika?
I think that if it weren't for my age, which I had to take into consideration, I would have given my marriage 2 years before we had children. Definitely.
Okay. And what do you think, Dilip?
Well, we took 5 years.
Okay.
And I think that was good because we got to know each other very well.
Well, thank you all for coming on the show. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you. Well, in addition to the various phases of a relationship that one must constantly work on, keeping romance alive in a relationship after having children too is of utmost importance, because it is then that one needs to pay attention to even the smallest joys of life. If you have any stories of unique relationships to share with us, do write in at lounge@ndtvgoodtimes.com. This is Rajat Kapoor saying goodbye till we meet again. Ciao.